Tonight, health officials are focused on making sure teenagers have access to the vaccine, what that looks like here at home. Plus, the back and forth continues over Enbridge's Line 5 pipeline. Now, a new report showcases the economic impact a shutdown could have. And the Duluth community is remembering a man who revolutionized the sport of skiing here in the Northland.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. Getting vaccines to younger teens. That's the latest task of healthcare providers since the FDA authorized emergency use of Pfizer's COVID vaccine for people ages 12 to 15. CBS3's Kendall Jarbo shares how health leaders plan on getting shots to middle schoolers who want it before school lets out for the summer.
Vaccine distribution in St. Louis County has gone through many different stages, from hospitals to mass vaccination sites. The county now plans to use mobile clinics in schools, and it's a race against time to get both doses in.
We are trying to move it as quickly as possible because we know that the end of the school year is approaching, and in order to get that second dose in before the school year ends, we do need to act quickly.
Before distribution can begin, the CDC's advisory committee has to decide if and how it will officially recommend the vaccine for 12 to 15-year-olds. That will impact who is eligible for this week's mobile clinic at Proctor High School.
That'll allow our middle school kids, if we do get final approval to do that, to be able to take advantage of the clinic that we're running on the 12th and 13th of this month. That's Wednesday and Thursday.
Registration for school clinics vary by location, and students need a signed parent consent form.
Certainly, we aren't pressuring anybody, and we aren't requiring vaccines, and nor will we in the future.
While it's unclear how many will show up, students who participate in the clinic can get their second dose before school lets out for the summer.
It'll be interesting to see what the turnout is, and I think that's going to gauge where we go from here and how we target our approach.
This week's vaccine pop-up clinic at Proctor High is Wednesday and Thursday from 8 a.m. to noon. It's open to the public. To find a vaccine near you, we have a link at CBS3Duluth.com. Minnesota's governor took part in a bipartisan roundtable with the president today, discussing ways to increase vaccination rates. Governor Tim Walz spoke with President Biden and the governors from Maine, Ohio, Utah, Massachusetts, and New Mexico. Biden set the goal of having 70% of adults vaccinated by July 4th. Walz says as of today, Minnesota is at 64%. He said part of the state's success has been making getting vaccinated convenient for people, meeting them where they are and sharing strong data so they have a reason to get the shot.
And my message to folks is there's a lot of good reasons to get vaccinated, but for some of them, you know, if you need another one, go get vaccinated so you're alive to vote against me in the next election. I don't care. I just want to get it done.
President Biden agreed that making the shots convenient is a key factor in the program's success. Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer got a first-hand look at a vaccine clinic in Kalamazoo today where she highlighted the state's Michigan Vax to Normal plan. Currently, the state has surpassed a 55% COVID-19 vaccination rate. That milestone means an easing of in-person work restrictions in 2 weeks. Whitmer says now that the Pfizer vaccine has been approved for younger kids, the state can shift focus to them.
We're just excited that this is being expanded to a younger group of our citizenry so we can move forward and keep them safe.
Right now, employers must prohibit on-site work if jobs can be done remotely. The state anticipates lifting the rule on May 24th. The battle over Line 5 continues amid a new report released from Consumers Energy Alliance. The report details how shutting down Line 5 could potentially harm Michigan's economy, causing increased gas prices and local farmers having to find an alternate way to get their fertilizers and feedstock, which are carried by Line 5. However, other groups in Michigan say parts of the new report could be misleading.
There's been several reports that have said this throughout the years, that the risk to the Great Lakes and our economy far outweighs the risk of shutting down and potential job impacts. And again, I emphasize potential because this is not Enbridge's product. They're just the transporter, and that product will find its way to market.
Governor Gretchen Whitmer wrote a letter to Enbridge threatening to go after their profits if the line is not closed. She agrees with environmentalists and native tribes that a section of Line 5 in the Straits of Mackinac is vulnerable to a spill. Well, Dave's here for a check of the weather. Dave, blue sky and sunshine, but I did wake up to more frost this morning.
Yeah, it was brisk again this morning. Some towns dropped into the teens, so despite my best efforts to make it get warmer, it actually got a little bit cooler to start. To finish, we're doing a little bit better. So here's a look at the low temperatures this morning, running from 19 in Silver Bay to a mere 20 in Hibbing to 21 International Falls and Orr. 27 for Moose Lake to Hinckley, maybe not so bad. Taking a look at Ashland, 28, not so bad either, but a little bit chilly towards Hayward at 22 degrees. So that's the start this morning. Here's the high temps so far. Normal is 61. We got to that for a few towns, Bemidji, International Falls, or Aiken, but then missed it by a fair amount towards Ironwood at 52. Tomorrow, I think we're going to get closer. I'm not going to show a radar right now because the air pressure is so high, there's hardly a cloud in the sky and no precip. It's really just a blank map, a blank canvas that could use some rain put across it because the fire danger will be high tomorrow, but we're not getting any rain tonight or tomorrow. It'll be partly cloudy tonight, sunny and dry tomorrow. 35 tomorrow morning's an improvement. 63 tomorrow afternoon is an improvement as well. Will we keep improving over the next 7 days? I'll show you the temperature trends and when our next rain will come in just a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. A Spooner man will spend 12 years behind bars on federal drug charges. An investigation led to Brian Dennis's arrest in Barron County earlier this year. He eventually pled guilty to intending to sell more than 150 grams of meth and was sentenced last week. The 51-year-old also has a past federal drug conviction. He spent 5 years in prison back in 2014, then relapsed and got back into drug trafficking. A Twin Ports Police Department is hoping the latest technology and training gear will help train officers in a new way and ultimately hold them more accountable. CBS 3's Emma Quinn sat in a training session with the Superior Police Department to learn more about the gear and how it will help.
The Superior Police Department purchased new virtual reality equipment to better prepare officers for different scenarios when responding to calls. The Survivor high-tech software and gear is used to train for responding to mental health crises, de-escalation and situations, properly handcuffing someone, and more. The gear includes headsets, firearm, taser batons, pepper spray, and flashlights. When they're training with the virtual reality software, officers won't know what kind of scenario they're responding to. That's comparable to when officers are out in the field. So the department hopes these increased training hours will give officers the experience to make well-thought-out decisions in real life. They hope it'll help the department gain trust in the community by showing their dedication to keeping everyone safe.
We are including this in our new officer orientation. So after they graduate the academy, they come back here and they do an extensive orientation process before they start on the street in the field training program.
The gear was purchased with the support of the Superior City Council and Mayor Jim Payne. The cost was roughly $82,000. Officers will start training with the gear this week. One of the first things they'll focus on is weapon transition, which is making sure they are familiar with where their weapons are placed on their belts.
And coming up tonight at 10, CBS 3's Emma Quinn gives us an up-close look at officers using the gear. We'll also hear from city leaders about why they felt this investment was so important. It could soon be harder to vote absentee in Wisconsin. The state's Republican-controlled legislature could vote on several proposals this week. They're part of a national push by Republicans to change voting laws following former President Donald Trump's defeat in November and his false claims that there was widespread fraud and abuse. Trump lost Wisconsin to President Joe Biden by about 20,600 votes, an outcome that withstood a partial recount and numerous state and federal lawsuits. If Wisconsin lawmakers approve the changes, Democratic Governor Tony Evers is expected to veto them. Wisconsin State Assembly wants to help secure the Mexico border. They're asking Governor Tony Evers to send troops to enforce immigration laws. The Republicans who proposed the bill recently visited the border and said it's a national crisis. The resolution is non-binding, though, meaning even if it passes, Governor Evers would not be required to take any action. Family friends tell us a local skiing legend who revolutionized the sport here in the Northland has died. George Hovland died Sunday at 94 years old. He started skiing at a young age and at 25 landed himself on the U.S. cross-country ski team at the 1952 Olympics in Oslo. After the Olympics, he returned to Duluth and helped design many of the trails skiers enjoy today, including Spirit Mountain and the Snowflake Nordic Trails. Those who knew him best say he skied with finesse up until his final season.
He was up here, I think, 4 or 5 times this winter skiing. He was out quite a bit last winter, and he's still got the moves. He's still got the correct placement of skis and poles, and he knows how to work the skis. He's excellent at that.
Coming up later tonight, we'll hear more from those who knew Hovland best and the legacy he leaves behind. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, you may have noticed the lift bridge going up more often than usual. What's causing the shipping boom? Next.
Well, now we're more than an inch shy for rainfall totals here in May. We need that rain. We're not getting any tonight or tomorrow or even Thursday. Friday's our next chance. In between, we're looking at some critical fire dangers here for parts of our region tomorrow afternoon. We'll talk about where that zone will be, when that next rain will come, coming up right after this break.
CBS News Sunday Morning with Jane Pauley on CBS.
We can help you at Ketamine North Infusion Center.
In public safety, we see things that sometimes you can't unsee. After these infusions, everything just kind of turned around and I was able to start enjoying things again.
To learn more, give us a call or visit us online.
At MediaCom, we know the future is ours to create. That's why we built an incredibly advanced fiber-powered network. So today, when lives are being challenged more than ever, we're working harder than ever to help families move forward, businesses restart, and our communities get back on their feet. MediaCom is up for this challenge. Our network is ready, our people are powerful, and we won't back down.
They say you should wait 30 minutes to swim after you eat. Nobody said anything about slurping Arby's $1 floats. Seems like a great opportunity to slurp and splash. Arby's, we have the meat.
May the cash be with you. Saturdays in May from 6 to 9 p.m., Black Bear Casino Resort is giving you a chance to win up to $2,500 in cash. 3 winners selected each hour with a total of 12 winners each Saturday night for a total of $76,000 given away in May. Start earning entries Sunday, April 25th. And for more information, visit blackbearcasinoresort.com. May the cash be with you and make the Bear your place to win.
Funerals can be emotionally devastating for a family to go through. Besides the sorrow, loved ones are left with the high cost of arranging a funeral. Funeral Advantage was formed to help protect your family when they need it most. It pays your loved ones up to $20,000 immediately for funeral and any other expenses.
It's a good feeling to know that my family will be taken care of if anything happens to me.
Funerals can easily cost $9,000 or more, but government benefits pay only $255, leaving your loved ones to pay the rest.
It's so easy. Just answer a few simple health questions. This is so affordable, even for someone like me who's on a fixed income.
If you're 40 to 85, get information on how to protect your family. Funeral Advantage is something we all need. There's no risk or obligation. Call now.
Get the facts about how easy it is to protect your family. There's no risk or obligation. Don't wait. Call the number on your screen now.
We need answers and fast.
What do you say? Challenge accepted?
I just want justice.
Don't be afraid.
I want to be kicking in a door. I need someone to tell me exactly which one.
FBI! Let's put an APB out right away. All agencies, all counties.
Help us resolve this peacefully.
We're gonna catch these guys.
You're safe now, I promise.
New FBI and FBI Most Wanted, tonight 9/8 Central, or stream anytime on CBS.
CBS 3 Weather is brought to you by St. Luke's.
Now, the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Weather always seems to be a double-edged sword around our neck of the woods, huh? Now we're getting things to be warmer. We've been hoping for that for a while, but then that's also drying things out and increasing the fire danger. So tomorrow, the Weather Service figures northern Minnesota will be facing near critical fire danger because of low relative humidity readings only in the teens. And today we're only in the 20s, so it's high and it's dry. We need some rain. Maybe Friday is the day. And from now until then, temperatures are coming up, and at least it'll feel pleasant. We'll have daytime highs in the 60s, and maybe not tomorrow morning, but eventually overnight lows will even be in the 40s, a sign that maybe summer will come and visit us for a couple of days this year. Well, we'll talk about the 7-day forecast ahead of us this week in just a bit. Right now, we eye up the current conditions from the airport in Duluth, where it's 57 degrees with a relative humidity reading of a low 27%. Westerly winds picking up a little bit now, going 10 miles per hour, and our air pressure holding steady on the high side at 30.34 inches of mercury. Should stay high through tomorrow into Thursday. Again, Friday, a low might try to bring us some light rain showers. Current temps, they are trying to come up. The normal is 61. Some towns got that earlier today, but now we're starting to descend a little bit at the peak of the day, and the solar insulation is starting to fade just a tiny bit. So anyway, we have currents like this: 52 Ironwood, 53 Watersmeet, only 50 on LaPointe, but when you're surrounded by water, that happens sometimes. 56 Ashland, 58 Hayward, 60 in Superior, then upper 50s from Cloquet to Moose Lake, 45 to 54 for the North Shore towns, 55 to about 59 degrees for many of our friends on the Iron Ranges and through border country. Overnight low temps tonight, probably lower 30s for most of us. Doppler map, well, there wasn't much to look at. High pressure's making it sunny, and again, it'll stay high and dry through Thursday. Friday's the day when this low-pressure system brings us a chance for some showers. And even though it's only a 30% chance on Friday, well, we could keep it going through Saturday, even Sunday. Hopefully, with 3 shots at it, we'll get enough payoff to make that fire danger ease up just a bit. Tonight's forecast for Minnesota, low temps. What are we getting? Well, could go as cool as 29 towards Kristen's house up on the Mesabi range, but could be as warm as 39 by the lake. Into Wisconsin and Michigan, the range goes from 29 to 35. And then for tomorrow with sunshine, Wisconsin, Michigan run 62 to 65. Minnesota goes upper 50s, lower 60s by the lake, but low to mid, even upper 60s inland. International Falls could be a hot spot at 68 degrees. Will that last for the rest of the region or spill into the rest of the region? Maybe not, but still 60 to 65 from Wednesday through next Tuesday. And there's our 3-day rain chance, Friday and through Sunday. We need that rain, and if it doesn't pay off, we've got another dry period starting again on Monday.
All right, thanks, Dave. Well, we are taking a live look at the lift bridge here in Duluth as early numbers show 2021's shipping season is off to a hot start. Jason Rohn with the Duluth Seaway Port Authority says total tonnage is already up nearly 50% over last year's pace, and we're just 6 weeks into the season. He credited that busy start to big increases in both coal and iron ore leaving the Twin Ports. He says that while it's hard to predict the future, he hopes the trend sticks around for the rest of the season.
Numbers can certainly fluctuate, but we're very happy about the positive start that we've seen so far, and we hope that we can continue that trend throughout the entire season.
He added, we've seen 20 more boats come into the port this season than last year at the same time. Coming up tonight at 10, we take a dive deeper into the reason behind the big increase. Coming up in sports, welcoming back fans. Grandma's Marathon announces lifted guidelines for fans and race activities. Kelly has all the good news next.
Every day during your birthday month, you can receive up to $30 in club cash.
CBS3 Live Cams, brought to you by KohlerChef.com, now featuring the Kohler Express Deal online buying solution. KohlerChef.com, a better way to buy.
Shop for a cause at Home Seasonal Concepts. Home will give you 10% off sale prices on porch and patio when you donate $10 to help ovarian cancer research. Give $10 and get 10% off sale prices now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
What does home mean?
mean to you? From graduation to the new job to sharing a life with someone else. As you change, so does your idea of home. Visit yournorthlandhome.com for comprehensive information on buying and selling your home with JS Realty, including mistakes buyers make and preparing your home to sell. Yournorthlandhome.com has the information you need to find a place that feels like home. Download your free guide today at yournorthlandhome.com.
Lake Superior College is nationally recognized for quality and affordability, offering over 90 programs including career, technical, and general studies for transfer. At LSC, you can start here, save thousands. Apply for free at lsc.edu.
I'm Dr. Mariah Scooby, and I'm a general surgeon at St. Luke's. I grew up in a small town in northern Minnesota, and I also had the opportunity to travel internationally doing medical outreach. And what was really striking was the health disparities. I was driven to become a physician to address those disparities and to bring the very best of healthcare to every person, regardless of their circumstance, background, or location.
The big 6% instant rebate sale continues at Prime Appliance. Hi, John here. Get an additional 6% off the floor price instantly when you pay at the counter. What could be sweeter? Well, I'll tell you, it's extended to May 31st. Check out our in-stock 4-piece kitchen suites with brand names like GE, Samsung, Frigidaire, KitchenAid, and Beko. And remember, take another 6% off our sale price. Have our pros deliver and install or take it home today. Prime Appliance, it's the best place to buy your appliances.
My name is Willie J, and I want to be everything when I grow up. Being an inventor is cool. You can go in your lab and make a big robot. I'm going to do it like this tall. I'm going to make robots to help people. So that's why I gotta go build some robots.
Whatever your water worry, Culligan Water can help. With over 40 filtration systems, from the world's best softener and safer drinking water systems, no one filters more than Culligan Water. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan Water, the local water expert.
Homeworld Rugs is clearing out our warehouse. Thousands of area rugs will be sold at up to 65% off. Rugs marked down hundreds of dollars. 5x8 rugs priced from $77. Room size rugs from $147. The Rug Warehouse clearance at Homeworld Rugs.
Get your news on the go. The CBS3 mobile app. Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
A year ago to this day, there was no sign of any sort of Grandma's Marathon race that wasn't a virtual one. Flash forward to today, not only will there be a race on the third week in June, it will be as close to normal as ever. With the loosening guidelines for Minnesota announced last week, the race staff have been busy putting plans back into place that were originally axed because of COVID. Most notably, that includes the allowing of spectators as well as a post-race celebration.
You know, it's a pretty popular piece of Grandma's Marathon weekend. Spectators are what makes our event so unique each and every year. The support that our participants can feel coming from starting at Lester River all the way through downtown Duluth and here to the finish line in Canal Park. It's fantastic to be able to welcome those people and that piece of Grandma's Marathon back into our plan.
And spectators will be expected to be masked when not eating or drinking and are encouraged to continue following CDC guidelines. In addition, the post-race celebration will move to Bayfront Park in order to space things out. In addition, Grandma's believes adds a new level of excitement to the event.
It's a classic Duluth venue. It's meant for live music. It's meant for celebrations, and that's exactly what our event is. We get to utilize all the space, all the great things about Bayfront Festival Park, enjoy the live music. People can come, they can space out, they can be outdoors. Hopefully we get great weather, and they can just be there in celebration of Grandma's Marathon, which is the entire point of that event.
Switching gears to hockey, we now have more clarity on when one of the biggest co-op high school hockey teams in Minnesota will finally come to life. Last night, the Rockridge School Board approved the recommendation to move forward with a cooperative agreement between Eveleth, Gilbert, Mesabi East, Virginia, Mountain Iron and Buell to form the Rockridge High School hockey program for the 2021-22 season. That means that next winter we won't have the Golden Bears or the Blue Devils anymore, but one team, the Wolverines, after the merging of the two separate schools districts last May. It will soon be a reality and a new era on the Iron Range in Section 7A. And as the springtime continues to fly by, it's officially postseason time for the UMD softball team. The Bulldogs enter this week's NSIC softball tournament as the 4 seed and will take on the 5-seeded Concordia St. Paul on Thursday at noon. The tournament will be played down in Rochester, Minnesota, and the winner will be awarded an automatic bid into the NCAA Central Region Tournament. Of the 42 teams in the Central Region, there will only be 3 automatic qualifiers and 3 at-large bids. So the stakes have never been higher.
I think there's a little more higher stakes, I think, just the way that this postseason's structured with the cutting out of the super regionals and going from regional straight to the national tournament. So I think every game is just a little bit more intense, I think, so that'll make it fun.
I think in the last couple weeks, we've really kind of dialed in what we feel is our best lineup. That gives us confidence, going into the conference tournament that we're ready.
The NCAA Division II softball selection show is this Sunday night. And MLB action returns tonight for the Brewers and the Twins. Minnesota takes on Chicago in Game 1 of a 4-game set. Starting at 7:10, Milwaukee gets going with St. Louis in just a little bit. I gotta admit, I am excited to see. I feel like June 19th is gonna be a party here in Canal Park, a safe party. But I mean, you can't have a marathon without spectators.
It's very exciting. As we get closer and closer to that summer season, more events seem to be happening. We're on the right track, I think.
I'm so excited. It's just that sense of normalcy is so needed. I know we say it over and over and over again. Yeah. But it is.
I let people know you were bringing them the good news, and that's exactly what you did.
That's exactly what we did, Kristen.
Thanks, Kelly. Tonight on the CBS3 News at 10, George Hovland, local skiing legend, died at the age of 94 last Sunday. He started skiing at a young age, and at 25, landed himself on the U.S. cross-country ski team at the 1952 Olympics in Oslo. Tonight, we'll take a deeper look into his legacy as family friends tell us how he changed the sport forever. NASA's first asteroid sample return mission is on its way back to Earth. The OSIRIS-REx spacecraft has bid farewell to its asteroid companion after 2.5 years. It's carrying just over 2 ounces of material from the surface of Bennu. OSIRIS-REx has a long journey ahead. It won't catch up to Earth until September 24th of 2023, when it will drop the sample at the Utah Test and Training Range. If the spacecraft is in good health, it will then start a new expedition to study other asteroids. Is the weather in good health, Dave?
I think it really is. What was the name of that asteroid?
I don't know. OSIRIS-REx?
I thought you said Bennu.
I don't know.
Fascinating. There's a lot of asteroids out there, and there's a lot of days on the 7-day forecast, and all of them are going to be in the 60s. And we don't get our next rain chance, though, until Friday, may last through Sunday.
We'll see you at 10.
Change the future of medicine from the convenience of home. Join the